Diddy is trying to get a mistrial. I just hopped my nosy backside in the court documents and I saw that Diddy's trying to get a mistrial for prosecutorial misconduct. It says, "Dear Judge Subramanian, the defense respectfully submits this letter in support of its renewed motion for a mistrial based on prosecutorial misconduct when the introduction of perjured testimony results in a criminal conviction and the prosecution knew or should have known of the perjury. The conviction must be set aside if there is any reasonable likelihood that the false testimony could have affected the judgment of the jury. Moreover, the prosecutor's knowing use of the perjured testimony can violate the due process clause even if it only undermines a witness's credibility. As the Supreme Court has explained, a lie is a lie no matter what its subject, and if it is in any way relevant to the case, the district attorney has the responsibility and duty to correct what he knows to be false and to elicit the truth." The defense is saying that the government knowingly submitted testimony that they knew was false. And the testimony that they're saying is false is that Diddy dangled Brianna Bongolan over that balcony on September 2016. They're saying to avoid an unfair conviction, the court should grant a mistrial. Now, the letter to this judge is 6 pages in length. The defense is going in saying that the prosecution used this because they wanted to show that Diddy was a feared man and he was a monster and he was going around terrorizing Cassie and her friends. The prosecutors elicited evidence about this allegation from both Ms. Ventura and Ms. Bongolan that is demonstrably false in key respects. Then they doubled down using this false testimony to obtain a ruling admitting inadmissible hearsay evidence about it as well, all to present a false narrative to the jury. So they're also trying to say that Cassie's testimony about the balcony incident isn't true. Ms. Ventura says she actually saw Mr. Combs holding Ms. Bongolan over the balcony railings. "I saw him bring her back over the railing of the balcony and then throw her onto the patio furniture." Yet the prosecutors knew she had not actually seen what she described because they had in their possession a text conversation demonstrating that Ms. Ventura was told about the alleged incident by another unidentified person. "Hey, I just found out some crazy-ish. I'm just finding out right now." Nonetheless, they allow Ms. Ventura to continue to insist on cross she had witnessed this incident. So they reference her cross-examination and they said, "Question, and you testified that you saw him throw her onto the patio furniture, right?" She answered, "Yep. He brought her back over the balcony and he threw her down." She persisted in this story even after she was confronted by the text messages. They asked her another question on cross. "Isn't it true that you learned about